So this is a very so we are saying here that we're taking whatever the fixed charges are, and then we deduct that from the principal and interest that has to be covered by that EBITDA, and we are multiplying it by our covenant, the first year of covenant of 0.8 times. So that's exactly what we're doing here. So we have to multiply that by our first year covenant of 0.8 times here. So we have to be very careful here. So it has to be, we have to close that bracket, and then we multiply it by, we multiply that by our covenant, target covenant in the first year of 0.8 times. So we have it set up there in place. So it's a kind of, it's very, very important in modeling. So all what we are seeing here is that if we take this as a percentage of EBITDA, and it's before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization, we have it there in this first year of 7%. So we can copy this, all ES pieces formulas. So what we are saying here is that in the very first year, what we are saying here is that if this company was to lose this amount of money, $1.3 million of EBITDA, it will need to move its coverage ratio, so the debt service coverage, from 0.87 times to 0.8 times. So that's exactly what we are saying here. So this is where they have to be very cautious about. So if this company was to lose at least $1.3 million of EBITDA, then it will need to move its coverage from 0.87 times to 0.8 times. So that's what this means. So as you can see, we take the EBITDA, deduct the cash taxes, deduct the capital expenditures, and then we deduct the principal and interest that needs to be covered. And then we multiply that by our target covenant. So in this case, in the first year, it is just 0.8 times. That's exactly what we are doing there. As you can see, we have it set up there. So for the rest of the years, you can see in the percentage basis, you can see what EBITDA is doing as time goes on. So this is very, very important in modeling. And up to this point, we have been able to model everything up to this point. And it's very, very important for us to note that debt service coverage is very, very important in a leverage buyout, because they use maximum amount of leverage to acquire other businesses. So if ever they are breaching the covenant, then it's a very, very serious problem. Very, very serious problem. Because in case the deal goes sideways, then the investors, who are the most secured investors, will have priority claims over the company's assets, as you can see. So this is why this is very important to monitor as time goes on into the future. So why we always set up this is because it is very important for us to know that we don't have to breach covenants. So having that set up, the next thing we want to do here is to now account for our returns. So whatever the equity investors will be getting back as a result of embarking on such a strategy, because recall that the investors who are taking this, this strategy, or who are investing in equity, or who are injecting equity into this private equity, into this leverage buyout, they are sophisticated investors such as hedge funds, which we classify them as institutional investors. So we want to model their returns as a result of embarking in such a strategy. So we go to where we can grab the years. We can take this to the end of our projected period. And then we have here set up for the transaction date. We have the first cash flow. And then we're gonna be simulating whatever the dates going forward will be, because we're gonna be using these dates to calculate our returns, internal rate of returns for this class of investors. So to set up this, we will go to our transaction tab where we have the transaction date. So the transaction date, we have it here in our transaction tab. Then the transaction closing date. And then the first year of cash flow, we also have it there set up for us. The first year so we have it set up there 2023. So we can also just reference to that here. Then the first year of cash flow, we can also reference that here. So going forward to now estimate the 2023, the date going forward up to 2027, it's just gonna be equal